Hey guys, welcome to today's video, and today I'm going to be going over a new way to buy US stocks in Canada. I got this video idea from Brandon Beavis Investing. I'll link to his video and channel in the description. He covered this very well, so I'm not going to even try and cover it as well as he did. Definitely go watch his video to learn more about CDRs. But I'm going to be showcasing what CDRs I've purchased so far within Wealthsimple Trade and just kind of give you a brief overview. But if you want to learn more about CDRs, or Canadian Depository Receipts, which is basically a way to buy US stocks in Canadian dollars, then go watch his video for sure, because he covered it really great and made me understand it well. So definitely watch that video. But anyway, basically own the company, not the currency. Each CDR is equivalent to owning a variable number of underlying shares. This is represented by a CDR ratio, and the CDR ratio is adjusted on a daily basis to provide a notional currency hedge. As the ratio increases or decreases, the number of underlying shares represented by one CDR increases or decreases. So basically, if the Canadian dollar gets better, the CDR will represent a larger number of underlying shares, and vice versa. And then, so CDRs are quite new. They're actually not listed on the Toronto Stock Exchange, but they're listed on the other. It's not as big as the Toronto Stock Exchange, but the other Canadian stock exchange that is somewhat popular, which is the NEO exchange. So let's go to Wealthsimple here, and as we can see, this is my personal account, so not my TFSA. This is where I hold my growth stocks. But yeah, so I have Apple, which is a CDR on. If I click on this, it will show. That is on the Aquitas. I probably said that wrong. The NEO exchange, I just call it. But so it's a Canadian exchange, but basically it's almost a fractional share in a way, but it's not at the same time. So Apple's price is way higher than $22 Canadian. But what they basically do is they buy the Apple shares and put them in Canada, and then break them down into smaller pieces. So you can't buy like half of the share, but you don't have to go and buy a full US dollar share, which is like 200 or whatever dollars it may be, like Amazon and all those other big companies, like Tesla stocks, $1,000. So basically what you can do instead of buying fractional shares is you go over to, let's see, you go over to Tesla here, and you can buy, I only have one share of it because I bought it just to say I own Tesla, but I will probably be, when it drops a little bit, maybe putting some more money into it. But I just kind of put some money in here, because it's a great way to get exposure to the U.S. market. Like, these are the top companies. I'm excited for them to hopefully add more to these and maybe bring them to the Toronto Stock Exchange, which is why I haven't gone in too heavy yet, because I feel like the Toronto Stock Exchange might bring these, but we'll see. But yeah, it's really, honestly, really exciting for us in Canada. They have Facebook, Google, Tesla. They have a couple other ones. So let me just look up CDR, and it basically shows all the ones that you can get through. So they have Netflix, Visa, PayPal, Microsoft, Amazon, Apple, Disney, Google, and Tesla. So those are the ones so far. I believe those are the only ones. I don't think they've added any other ones yet. But this is really exciting news, because Apple is something I've wanted to own always, but I'm just starting out investing, right? So I don't want to have stocks in TD Ameritrade, then Questrade, then whatever. I'm thinking about opening a Questrade account, but now with this breakthrough and innovation in the Canadian market, I definitely probably will not be doing that, because I feel like Wealthsimple will be a viable option if they keep on adding companies to CDRs. And then I just have some things to keep in mind here, finishing up with the CDRs. There are actually fees worked into the price of them. Brandon went over this in his video. Brandon, I'll leave his link in the description. Once again, check out his video. It goes into much more detail, way better than mine. Check out that. After this one, though, no, I'm joking. But there are actually 0.6% maximum fees that are worked into the price of these CDRs, which honestly is not a lot at all. On Wealthsimple, you usually have to pay 1.5% on buying and on selling. So that's 3%, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it is. On regular NASDAQ and New York Stock Exchange stocks, you have to pay 1.5% each way. This way is 0.6% worked into the price of the CDR, which that's just not a big enough fee for me to say, okay, let's share the U.S. market, which has clearly historically been the biggest market. Like that the U.S. market is not even comparable to the Canadian in terms of size and volume. Speaking of size and volume, another thing to keep in mind is that these CDRs, they don't have as much liquidity. Like there's not as many shares being traded each day, which could result in a little bit more volatility. But I don't think it will really affect it too much. It still tracks the price of the company at the end of the day. So just be prepared. If you're holding long term, then I wouldn't be too worried about this again, as the CDRs are probably going to grow and expand. We'll see what happens. We'll see how this kind of innovates over the next couple of months and years. See if there's more being added. I'm really curious to see what takes place in the future here, because this is a really exciting start to Canadians getting access to the U.S. market. There's not really a brokerage out there that has all their bases covered. And what I mean by that is, like, Wealthsimple has the commission free trades. Questrade has is really good for buying stocks in the U.S. market, but they don't have the free trades. Like, there's not one platform that's universally good for everything, and obviously that's really hard. Easier said than done, though, because you have to make your money somehow. But if CDRs are a thing, Wealthsimple might have to change around some of their fees to make a bit more money. We'll see, because they probably do make a lot of money from the U.S. 1.5% buying and selling fee. That's pretty high, compared to like Questrade and other things like that, obviously. But yeah, I do think that if CDRs can innovate and adapt and grow until, like, let's say 100 US of the US's biggest companies, then Wealthsimple is going to be a very like the best platform if they don't have any fees for them. So yeah, I really think that Wealthsimple we looking like a very viable option going forward, and it might cause some other brokerages to actually drop their fee. National Bank did it earlier this year; they dropped their fee, and we'll see if any other ones follow suit. Anyways, that's pretty much gonna wrap up today's video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you guys are interested in investing Canadian finance. I'm an 18-year-old Canadian. Follow along with me. I'm learning. I'm not a pro by any means. I'm learning with you guys, so I'll make videos. My advice: I'm not a financial advisor. Don't listen to anything I say. I'm just kind of giving my opinion and stance on things. I'm learning just like you guys. Well, you guys are probably more than me for sure, actually. But I'm trying to learn. Produce content is a fun way that I can learn. So yeah, if I missed anything, let me know in the comments below. And thanks for watching, guys. See ya.